Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am yours truly, Brother Ricky, and I am happy to be with you all this morning. In Peace Stars Radio, the time is now 10:11, and I am here to do the usual. What is the usual, you might ask? Well, the usual is to come to you with everything that I may know or may not know about sports. Now, if you've been here with me for, this long now, I take it that you are a fan of sports, right? Doesn't matter what sport it could be. It could probably be, let's say, basketball, football, soccer. I haven't really dived in, to the soccer world yet, right? I haven't really signed in to the soccer world, but we could be talking about soccer, right? We could be talking about, baseball for all the baseball fans out there, tennis, volleyball, gymnastics, whatever the sport, might be of your interest. I haven't dived in too much into those yet, but believe me, into the future, it will be something that I will continue to dip my toes into, step my foot inside just to get a little, comfortability about that specific or particular sport that you might be interested in. I did cover a little bit of those kind of sports, for example, gymnastics, right? Back when, the Olympics was happening in France, I kept talking a little bit about Simone Biles, right? Sunny Lee, some of the participants that took place to compete in the 2024 Paris Olympics. I dived in a little bit into that, right? I dived in a little bit into, track and field. I forgot to bring that up as well, but track and field, right? Of course, basketball. There were no football matches, right, during the Olympics. I didn't think they had any kind of competition for football. I might be wrong. I might not, but there wasn't really much about football for the Paris Olympics, but I'm doing that now, right, with the NFL and all that. So don't worry. In the near future, I will dive a little bit deep into other sports as well, not just staying focused solely on basketball or football, sports like those. I want to give a little bit of diversification. I want to diversify my portfolio, with all the sports coverage and sports news that I know myself, all right? So bear with me. At ease, children, at ease, soldier. I will uphold my end of the bargain with bringing you all the news that I can for all the sports coverages that I know. To start this off, I want to say that I am highly disappointed with our outcome for last Saturday's football game between FAU and Army. Now, as you may have all known already from last time's show, I was present during that game doing coverage for ESPN, and I will be doing the same thing again tomorrow as FAU will be going up against FIU. Now, FAU is already starting off in a bad foot. Listen, I have hope. Let me just say that. I have hope. We are starting off on a bad foot. Our record now for the season is already 0-2. That is FAU's standing position when it comes to wins and losses. Excuse me. They are 0-2. And our opponent from last Saturday, which was Army, are 2-0. So what does that mean? It means that Army is already starting off on a great footing. FAU, on the other hand, needs a little bit of, motivation, determination, I guess, more bestiality coming into this next game because, listen, man, we got to come up with something. We cannot start off extremely terrible, extremely poor for the season, right? We don't want to go 0-3 starting off with the season. So FAU will have their next match tomorrow, going off against FIU around 6 p.m. I will be attending that game as well, doing the coverage for ESPN or maybe CBS Sports. Who knows? I'm not exactly sure what it might go down to yet. But for all the football fans, keep an eye out for this match. Again, like I said, I myself have hope. I do have hope that FAU will defeat the FIU team. And if not the FIU team, FAU will have a decent season going in for the regular season of football, college football. All right, so again, we lost horribly. We lost 24-7 last Saturday. That was, in layman terms, a massive sweep. I will call it 24-7. That was a massive sweep. Army came in, they delivered, and they showed us that these guys are not a team to play with. So we need to come back and do the same again. We need to come back and do the same facing off against FIU. So for all the FAU fans out there of football, show your support. Fill those stadiums up and, rile up the crowd, man. We need to get a dub. We have to get a dub. We have to show these teams that we are not to play with. And I think we can do it. I think we can do it. I know we will do it. And I'm not giving up. I'm not giving hope for my team because I am an FAU supporter. So, show some love out there. Show some support. And let's get this W. Now, going into the NFL, the NFL regular season, how can I say this? These guys are not disappointing with the start of the regular season for the NFL. I mean, this season starting off in the NFL, it's starting off with a bang. It is starting off with a bang for this season, for this year's NFL football season. Let me start off with this first. For the number 1 draft pick of the NFL season, we got Caleb Williams, right? Caleb Williams, who's playing for the Chicago Bulls. He is a rookie. He is a rookie. I said Chicago Bulls. Excuse me, Chicago Bears. A rookie coming into the NFL season and coming into the regular season of the NFL in his debut. First game going up against the Titans, Williams went 14 of 29 passes for 93 yards. And he had no touchdowns and no interceptions. Now, let's just say this. For a first-round pick of any sport, right? Could be basketball, football, whatever, right? There's an expectation that is placed, on these first-round picks. The expectation for these players is they expect these players to go top-notch, overperform, right? And live up to what we will call the hype coming into the NFL. Because, when it comes to NFLs, you have pure talents, right? You have professionals coming into the league, right? And for the first round picks of any kind of team, everybody expects highly of these players. Everybody expects, nothing less than exceptional coming into the league. And now for Caleb Williams coming into the league in his rookie debut, going off against the Titans, not too many people were, quote unquote, how can I say this? Quote unquote, impressed maybe. Not too many people were really impressed with the performance. I don't think there's anything wrong with his performance. Let him get comfortable getting into the league, right? Granted, we saw what he can do in the preseason, but now coming into the regular season of the NFL, let him get situated a bit, right? Let these players get situated. I know there's a lot of pressure. I can't imagine the pressure. Me personally, right? Being the number 1 draft pick in the NFL, right? People have high hopes of you because you're the number 1 draft pick, right? You're supposed to be in eyes of general managers, fans, whoever. You're supposed to be top notch, extremely talented coming into the league. Not all number one draft picks are coming in that same, are stepping into that same boot, the same exact way, right? So I would say for this kind of player is to let this man get situated, let him get comfortable coming into the league, right? Because these are rookies. This is their first year, aka their freshman year coming into the league. I would say to let these players get situated, get comfortable, getting into the field, going up against other teams, right? And let them grow naturally. That's how I'd put it. Let these players grow naturally because, again, the pressure that these guys are carrying on their back, being drafted as a top 5 picks into the league, I think it's enormous. But they've been picked as number 1 draft picks or number 2, number 3, number 4 for a reason. Why? Because these players are talented. Coming out of college and coming into the league, these players are talented. And now to come into the league, you got to give these guys some time to get situated, get comfortable as they start to progress into their careers moving forward. So that's how I look at it, but this was his stats so far coming into the regular season, and I'm not losing any hope for these players. Again, let them get situated, let them get comfortable, and I guarantee these guys are going to start proving people wrong. These guys are going to start going hype, crazy, beast mode, whatever. These guys are going to show up for sure. Again, coaches believe that, it is a process, especially for these rookie players coming into the league. It's a process. Let them go through that process naturally, right? Let them go through it naturally. Let them get comfortable so that advancing into the career or advancing into, future games in the regular season, you will start to see some development, start to see some improvements. They might be lacking in certain areas, but if you let them continue to go through that process, they will eventually show not just the coaches, but the fans what they are capable of, right? What we got for the number 2 draft pick, what's his name? Jaden Daniels, right? For his rookie debut. Now this young guy right here, he's doing something, right? He's making moves. He's making plays. He's making people, turn their eyes left and right, front and center, right? This man has gone in with 70% completion, with a 70% completion rate with his game going up against, I believe, the Buccaneers. This man made a 184-yard passing, and he made an 88-yard rushing. And not only that, this man has made 2 touchdowns. Now, despite the loss going up against the Buccaneers, right? Because the concluding score between these two teams were 20 and 37. Despite that loss, Jaden Daniels has been putting up good, should I say great numbers in his rookie debut coming into the regular season. Now, again, looking at these stats, you probably think, should he have probably gone number 1 in the draft pick? I don't think not. I think not. I think these guys were good exactly where they are, right? Him being the number 2 draft pick, playing for the Commanders, Washington Commanders. He's putting up good numbers. He's putting up good stats. He's showing what he's capable of. And these stats for a rookie coming in are, great. Delicioso. And I think for this specific player, he has more to come with. He has more to prove. He has more to show. And this is just his rookie season, right? His rookie season, his rookie debut, coming into the NFL regular season. So I can't wait to see what this man is going to continue to do going in to the regular season further with future games. And I might be optimistic, but who knows? We could see this Washington Commanders team have a possible run into the Super Bowl. I might be crazy saying that. I get it. I might be crazy saying this, but who knows? We don't know yet. But again, that would be a surprise for me to see, me personally. All right. So going on for Drake May, this young fella coming into his rookie season in the NFL with his rookie debut. He didn't really have much, I guess you would say, playing time for his rookie debut. Not much playing time for this young guy right here. For him, he He took over for starter Jacoby Brissett, right, for the Patriots. He went 2 for 3 on dropbacks for just 19 yards, only making short completions against the Carolina Panthers. So he didn't really have much time to be able to showcase his capabilities, his skills on the field, right? Which I think is, I think is pretty disappointing, because you got to give these players enough time on the field. Granted, yes, these are rookies. You want to let them, take notes from the veterans that are already on the field, that's already been in the league for longer than they have been. So I get that, but it is still disappointing. But he didn't have much playing time in his rookie debut. All he did was be a starter to take over for Jacoby Jacoby Brissett. They didn't really put too much of a rap sheet for his rookie debut. But nothing to worry about, right? This is just his rookie debut. There's still more games to go to go at for the regular season. There's plenty of games for this player to showcase his skills, showcase his talents, and this is an unfortunate situation, but nothing to worry about, right? Again, he has time to continue to showcase what he can do going into the regular season. So I'm gonna still keep an eye out for this player. I think you all that are watching should keep an eye out for this player as well. So they still have something to prove, something to show for, something to prove to the fans and coaches that are watching. If anybody's had any doubts, don't have any. This is his rookie debut. This is just one game. Give it a rest. Give it some time. Again, let these players get situated into the league so they can showcase what they are capable of. That's just me. I don't know how you guys think about it, but we will continue to see what this player can do coming into the regular season. I will give you all the upcoming games for week 2 of the NFL season. Now, Sunday is a packed house. Sunday is a full house of games that are coming to happen on Sunday. And I'll start off with the teams going up against each other so far. The first team I have for you is the 49ers going up against the Vikings. The Seahawks going up against the Patriots. The Giants going up against the Commanders. The Chargers going up against the Panthers. Keep an eye out for these teams' Commanders right here going up against the Giants, right? Because these are the teams that, the rookies that I have just listed out before are playing for. Keep an eye out for these players. You got the Commanders going up against the Giants. Again, I can't wait to see what Jaden Daniels will do during this game right here. That's a game to watch out for. We got the Chargers going up against the Panthers. Saints going up against the Cowboys. The Colts going up against the Packers. The Browns going up against the Jaguars. Jets going up against the Titans. Buccaneers up against the Lions. Raiders versus the Ravens. Rams versus the Cardinals. Bengals versus the the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. Steelers going up against the Broncos. And here's another game to look out for. The Chicago Bears. This is the team that Caleb Williams is playing for, the rookie. Keep an eye out for this game. I, for one, will keep an eye out for this game to see what this rookie player will do going up against the Texans all on Sunday. So keep an eye out for these teams. These are your matches for Sunday for the NFL for week 2. Now I'll move on to basketball, where I'll be discussing a player by the name of Jamal Murray playing with the Denver Nuggets. He has now signed a 4-year contract extension to play with the Denver Nuggets that is worth $208 million. Now, I think Jamal Murray, in my opinion, has nowhere that he needs to go, right? I think he is comfortable. I think he should be comfortable with the Denver Nuggets, right? Because again, he has Jokic, right? He now has Russell Westbrook, who will now be a teammate playing alongside Jamal Murray. So I think I brought this up before. I'm excited to see what the team dynamic will be between Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon, Russell Westbrook, right? Michael Porter Jr. I'm excited to see what this team chemistry will look like coming into the regular season of the NBA, because this does look interesting, right? Ever since finding out that Russell Westbrook leaving the LA Clippers to go join the Denver Nuggets, it all seemed very interesting to me and very, very refreshing, because I think wherever Russell Westbrook could play, he could bring a very big explosive dynamic to the group, because Russell Westbrook is a very explosive player, right? He's not like how he was back when he was playing with the Thunders. He's not like that, right? But he is a dynamic player, and I think he could be a very crucial piece of the puzzle for the Denver Nuggets to go back to the playoffs and then possibly make it to the NBA Finals. We don't know. This is all just a guess, an idea of what we could possibly see coming into this NBA regular season, going into the playoffs and the finals. All right, so I congratulate Jamal Murray with his contract, $208 million. That is a lot of money. That is a lot of money. $208 million for 4 years, signing his extension with the Denver Nuggets. Keep an eye out for this player and what he will do for the Denver Nuggets coming into the regular season. And then we'll move on to Angel Reese, who has officially been who's officially going to be out for the rest of the WNBA season due to a wrist injury. Now, this right here just solidifies the fact that the Rookie of the Year will definitely go to Caitlin Clark, for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. Because now that you have Cameron Brink, who has been out for the rest of the season due to her injury, and now you have Angel Reese, who is also going to be out for the rest of the WNBA season because of her wrist injury, just all leaves it down to Caitlin Clark, who will be taking home the Rookie of the Year for the WNBA this season. Because, again, as we see Caitlin Clark, she's doing her thing, balling, scoring, assisting, triple doubles, whatever. She's doing what she's doing. She's doing what she knows best, and that's hooping, for sure. So it is very disappointing to know that all it took was a wrist injury to put Angel Reese out for the rest of the season, because I would have liked to see her play more, because I think she is very talented as well. But this is what we have so far, and this is what we're left with. So I wish her a speedy recovery with her wrist injury. She will be attending games as usual. So she will continue to provide support for her team for the remainder of the season. So it is what it is for that. All right. I will lead off with this because I am over time right now. It is 10:34. As per usual, I will leave you all off with a Bible verse that you can all, you can all ponder in your mind. You can all go back to, refer to, think about whenever you have the chance. And this Bible verse will be, hold on, forgive me. This Bible verse will come from Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 through 7. Let me repeat that for you again. The Bible verse will come from Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 through 7. And it reads, Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Please allow me to read that one more time for you. It says, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God, and the peace of God, which transcends all understandings, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. A lot of people right now are going through a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, right? And a lot of worry, right? Because throughout our everyday lives, there's always one problem after another that we are all facing almost on a daily basis, right? All of us has some kind of issues that we're going through right now. Could be bills, right? Could be work life, social life, school life, family issues, friends, all types of problems, right? Once we get through one problem, what waits for us next? A whole nother problem. Problems on top of problems on top of problems, stacking up each other every single day, right? But despite these things, right, we can't find peace and solace in anywhere but with God, right? And that is all through prayer, and it's all through repetition in prayer, right? So we have to understand that only God can calm our spirits. Only God can provide us peace, right? In the midst of our storm, in the midst of our chaos, in the midst of our challenges that we go through, right? All the challenges and, hardships that we face, that could cause us to go through depression, anxiety, all these things, right? It doesn't matter what kind of medications you might be taking for these things, no matter what kind of routines you might be taking for these things. The best routine, the best medicine, the best medication, the best therapy throughout all of this is through prayer. It's through prayer and keeping that constant communication with God, because He is the source, right, of everything that we look for. He is the source of everything that we need. At least He is for me. I don't know about all of you watching right now, but God is my source. He's my source of peace, my source of solace. He is the source of everything that I'm seeking, everything that I'm looking for. Is He the same for you? Because if He is the same for you, then you already know whenever you're going through hardship, pain, suffering, whatever it may be, all you have to do is go down in prayer. Go down in prayer, talk to your God, communicate with Him, ask Him for what you need. Request of Him anything that you want, anything that you're looking for, anything of your heart's desire, and He will provide it to you. What does it say? Ask and ye shall receive. Knock and the door will be open to you. Seek Him and you will find Him. Seek the Lord and you will find Him. So these are the words that I want to give to you throughout this verse. I want you to keep it in your heart, keep it in your mind. Think about this, right? Again, whatever you're going through, it doesn't matter what it is, take it to God in prayer. Take it to God in prayer and let Him control it. Let Him take care of it. And you just have to sit back and watch Him do all the work, all right? So again, I love you guys. Thank you all that are watching with me right now. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you all again next Friday with more news for you, with all of sports. Could be basketball, football. Again, let me just say, I will continue to, dip my toes into other facets of sports, volleyball, soccer, whatever, right? I'll do my best to continue to come through with everything that I can, just to show you guys that, sports is an amazing thing. It's a beautiful thing, and everybody loves it. I love it, and I know you love it. All right, so I'll see you all again next Friday, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. All right, I'll see you all again. Take care.